Dang, there are so many different covers this week. So let me do the intro and we'll jump into. Trying something a little different, little intros. You'll basically see me play until I figure out which one I really like. Uh, so just trying to find that right feel for Joe and I as our team or whatever you want to call it. So screwing around with different intros. Um, Joe, I saw you actually got to hit your LCS to hit
I
up.
did.
What'd you pick out that was we talked about last week?
What did I pick? We talked about it last week.
Couldn't remember. Like I saw the picture you sent me, but I was like, I
Yeah.
can't.
I picked up a bunch of stuff. I hadn't been in a week or two,
Mm,
so
you played catch up.
I grabbed a couple Department of Truths
Yeah.
that I was. This is Allison Sampson. It is so wicked.
Oh yeah. See, I'm so
Like
far behind on Department of Truth.
it's pretty good. I picked this guy up, Mike Mignola.
Hmm.
This is a spectacular read.
Is it?
Yeah. Every issue is kind of self-contained,
Yeah.
but then it moves along a larger narrative.
So this is the
So
one that comes out this week. There's one that comes out next, or I guess next Wednesday. Is that in the same universe?
I mean, it's all Hellboy.
Okay.
Um, it's good. I really enjoyed it. It's over. Also 4 issues and
Okay.
done. I like that. I picked up this one. I went for the cheap instead of the cover I really liked.
Instead of the cardstock, you went with the
Yeah,
one.
good book though. I read it
Yeah.
today.
Okay.
I went to grab Philadelphia, the noir version, and
Yeah.
there was one copy of Philadelphia. It's Thursday.
Yeah. It came out
So
Wednesday.
they were
So,
out yesterday. I went this morning at like 10:45.
and this is the
So
LCS in town that gets 10 to
right,
15 copies.
there's usually tons and tons of copies. So somebody must have let cat out of the bag. That's pretty good. I got your boy Fornes doing the Department of Truth.
I didn't really. Okay.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It's mostly like a backstory of Lee Harvey Oswald.
Mm.
And then the only other firepower I own is the free comic book day one. But I love this character design so much. I was like, I'm going to. And I read it online. I cheated. Yeah. And also, I just need to kind of study some of.
Oh yeah, hit the layouts for Sammy.
Yeah, Chris Sammy. He's so good. So
yeah, pick up his Daredevil run.
Yeah, it's amazing. So is that whole region where he just like suddenly like elevated to superstardom.
Oh yeah,
was that Daredevil and the Black Widow that he did. Man, the layouts in that Black Widow are superb.
Yeah,
like your eye just like flows so easy through every single page. So yeah, it was good stuff. I spent more money than I wanted to, but that's what doing this with you makes me do.
Well, your LCS or our LCS is welcome. I actually did not make. I hit up local. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see some of my finds. I hit up local bookstores and used bookstores and found some really, really stellar books. But yeah, I found some pretty cool stuff. I have not picked up any new books, but we're going to talk about some of last week's book. Man, there are so many new books. We're going to jump right in. It's a freaking, like Joe and I started talking about it last week, and we're just like, okay, look at this cover. Okay, look at this cover. I didn't even know what this. It was like, oh crap, we're going to be talking forever.
Yeah.
And so guys, sometimes it might be we might even just have slides that we just put up, and that's what it amounts to. Just because there are just so many covers, and there's so many things that we liked, and that we want to show. So of course, this is episode 20. We've been doing this for now, I guess, 5 months.
Wow, that's insane.
So it's been good. But let's see here. So last week, like we knew this ahead of time. I mean, notice one book that there's a big gaping hole. The biggest book that everyone talks about is missing from our list of books that are hot. Hulk number 6. I'm curious, how many copies were still on the shelf?
A lot.
So
I didn't even pick one.
I think I might have one coming in the mail. I can't remember if I ordered it or not, but yeah, I mean, Cates does a great job selling, but it's not a book, even if the character takes off. Stores bought 300 and 400 copies when they normally don't. I mean, I would have, if I was a store, I would have considered it strictly for the Mali variant.
Right.
That was a 1 for 200, but I'm seeing them online for 160, 170. So a 1 for 200 for 160, so under ratio. So, but this Secret History of the War on Weed, this was a 1 for 25. I've seen sales of $100 for this.
Whoa.
There's
Yeah.
auctions going right now at like sitting at like 102, 100, and then there's some listed for $99. So you can tell the auctions probably shouldn't go any higher, but they might if this book keeps climbing.
Yeah.
I think it's some people swear by it, love it. I mean, it's all about the 420 and the perfect day to release it. But like I wrote in my article, like we talked about, it's one of those books that is going to be amazing. It's a gimmick. I mean, and gimmicks can get you in the first time, but I might go pick up the issue of regular cover just to see what it's like. Then you got Sozo Makia or whatever, however you say her name, and it sells for double
Nice.
ratio. What's up, Double O? So I don't know. It's one of those, like, after that first one, I don't see skyrocketing prices for these, but double ratio is nice. But a lot of that is our stores are selling them for double ratio. So it's not and people want her cover, so they'll pay it. But I don't foresee some of these going up. Though I know she got some Kickstarter covers coming out that are going to be awesome. And so that might be the way you find some of her hidden gems out there. I know I picked one up in a Kickstarter called Alter Ego that stopped, and that I've heard there's some for Ji-Hung Lee's Gilma. She's going to be in there as well. But let's go on and let's see what's coming, because there's so much coming, guys.
Yeah.
I start you off with one that I know nothing about.
Me either.
Justice League 75. It had some really cool covers, so I felt like throwing it up there. I love the fact that, I mean, I don't know about for you, Joe. For me, I distinctly remember walking into, I think it was a Food Line, and seeing
it was Kroger. It was Kroger for me. Yeah.
And seeing Death of Superman all over everything, and then I remember the Justice League cover for issue 75, and this is almost the exact copy of it. Like, it's not, but it
Right.
feels like it. So that it has that nostalgia feel. So people will probably pick it up. I love this DeMeo cover.
Mhm.
He does some, since he's been doing the Future State. I first remember seeing his name with the freaking longest name ever.
We only find them when they're dead or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love this cover. I might actually try to pick this one up. And then you get a Harris. I think it's Tony Harris, 1 for 50.
Looks pretty good.
Moving fast, guys, because there's a lot of books. Thor, Legacy issue 750 or Thor 24. It's still the God of Thunder. I think maybe finishing up with this issue, but some great covers. I love this Malieve in the center there.
I feel like we say that every week,
but it's because he's been gone so long.
Yeah,
like and now
he's been working.
Yeah, but
he's like kind of doing some new stuff too, which I love to see.
Well, like this one,
I woun't have known it was him.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it now that it's said, but I'm so used to the dark Malieve.
Yeah,
like that Punisher cover from last week.
Mm-hmm.
But like to see a white, the use of white's amazing in this cover.
Yeah.
And then you get Stephanie Hahn's cover. I like this one. She posted this on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I might have to pick this one up.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
And then you get some incentives. The Johnson cover, he does Beta Ray.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
I love his interiors. There's so much energy.
And then you get a 1 for 25, and then a 1 for 50 Junie Ball.
Yeah,
I sort of like it. It's just different. That's why I like it.
Yeah, I like that. The Jurgens, it feels very nostalgic, so I get that.
Yeah, and then I'm glad that the lower our one fan that comes back every week is a Malieve fan, so we can keep talking about him. That's all that matters. Okay, the biggest freaking book of the week, and I'm a Spider-Man guy, but it's exhausting to look through all the different store variants and covers, and not even store, like we're covering. They got 3 slides here, 9 covers, and we're not covering them all. Some really good covers. And you get all the classics. It drives me Romita's coming back to do Spider-Man, which I'm not. Romita Junior, not
Right.
senior, junior.
Right.
I will see. He has. I've not been a fan of his last few things he's done. So
That's fair.
so it'll be interesting to see. Though I don't mind this cover. First off, it's a little bit better than his. Some of the it looks like almost he mailed in like, hey, let me just go get my square jaw character I did 700 other times and use them.
Yeah.
Then you get Ramos cover and a Alan Davis cover. I mean, Spider-Man's one just like Venom. Eventually, you go, okay, they just get asked. But here's some ones that do have a little more. Gleason is doing his webhead. This is if you go to his site, you can get the Virgin cover of it if they're still available.
Cool.
I picked up the Virgin of the original one, and then these are just fun. I end up picking them up just to have sort of the set, and they have a little bit of value on the secondary market. Like instead of being a $5 book, it's a $6 book.
Nice.
But I'm not sure these. I can't remember if this book is selling what the price is. I think it's a $5.99 maybe. Then get Momoko.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not the $10 like you get with the legacy editions or whatever.
Yeah.
I do sort of like Scotty Young. Scotty Young books. I've seen some crazy prices on some of them. So if you find them cheap or you find them used, pick them up and hold on to them because you never know. All of a sudden, that one of them becomes hot.
Yeah.
Then you get the incentives. There's a few more incentives a little bit lower, but the hidden gem one I do enjoy. The one here on your left is just because you get all the Spider-Man's bad guys. It's sort of fun. I think it's like it's just sort of fun to see. The Art Germ, there's a trade dress for regular cover price, and this is the Virgin cover. They do this all the time for Art Germ covers. And then you get the Rose Besh one for 500.
I think that's my favorite one.
Yeah, and there's a trade dress. So I'm assuming, Joe, you're not going to chase the $400.
I am not. You are correct, sir.
So Rose Besh has a style, just like Momoko has a style. It's sometimes you go, okay, if you like the style, it's great, but sometimes you go, it's getting a little repetitive. And Besh's stuff, I'm starting to realize, like, I like her style, but it's not unique anymore to me because she does it all the time. It's unique to her.
Yeah.
Now, here's a book I think both of us are excited about.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not a vampire guy.
Oh, me neither. I'm a Christian Ward, Patrick Reynolds kind of guy, though. I love both those guys. I like pretty much all the work I've ever seen them do. So them working together is super exciting. I haven't read a whole lot of stuff that Christian Ward has written that I've been like, oh, this is amazing. But I feel like this is a really good team up.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently so does Image because there's 900 covers.
I think Christian Ward put it out there like he did 5 covers alone, but then there's like 30 store variants floating around out there. I don't know, that exhausts me when I'm every store, and then there's stores that you've never done a store exclusive are doing it for this one, just like and Twig when Twig comes out. We've talked about that last week.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen a store variant that matches these 3 right here.
No way.
The Reynolds, there's a regular trade dress color version, but I really like the black and white.
I do too. And if it wasn't that, I would love to see this book done noir like Philadelphia, because his affinity with ink is just awesome. So it would be really for art people, it would be really cool to see. If you follow him on Instagram, the work that he throws up is always just top tier, like just super highly realistic, like way more than it needs to be all the time. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this.
And then I love the middle cover is gorgeous, and then you get a Christian Ward 1 for 100. It's not like a trade version or flipped or anything. It's just a completely different cover, and this is by far I think the best cover. I hate and love seeing a 1 for 100 be the best cover.
Right?
Like it's like crap, I can't afford it, but it's the best cover.
Yeah.
The McKelvey's cover is freaking. I mean, you can't go wrong outside of. Do I want to spend? If I bought them at ratio, you're talking $175 on a book that's not. It's going to be a good book read, but it's not going to be worth $175.
Right. No. I mean, unless this gets turned into a TV show, and then other speculators are like, "Woohoo!" I mean, it'll probably be really fun,
Yeah.
I mean, like everything I bought today was really fun. It's not gonna be worth jack.
Yeah. Well, and it's vampires are so tricky when it comes to speculation side of everything. Like Walking Dead was a phenomenon that will never be replicated, and people hope it would be, as far as
Right.
comic book value. But even those books have gone down in value. Speaking of phenomenon, something's killing the children. Uh, they're thankfully are not 1,000 store variants because Boom Everything only when they start a new arc it looks like is what they do. But there are the tricky ones because you get James Tinian on his Substack. If you are a founding member, you can get his exclusives for these books, and then Werther Del the artist
Yeah.
has his own little thing he does with Cadence, and you can get his exclusives. And I actually signed up for that one because I was like, okay, I can get behind that a little better than I should probably done 10 years because 10 sell for $250 out the gate.
Wow.
But 250 was a big price tag on 5 books
Yeah.
or 6 books.
I love this Aaron Campbell though.
Yeah, this Aaron Campbell, I think it's going to be the one for 25. Yeah, it is. And then you get the Frisson. There, evidently, it's going to be the trend because like the next book is this way too. It's going to be the masked cover, the die cut, bloody or unbloody. So there's like a one for 50 and a one for 75 of that as well. So maybe something's, and these really are maybe something. I'm not quite sure about these at all. Detective Comics throwing it up there strictly to be able to talk about Detective Comics because they're starting 2 new stories for it's. So they had this long 12 thing, so it's starting over again. So it might be worth picking up. This cover interests me because there's so much going on that there might be something in the cover. Like you got a little teddy bear Superman, you got a bank heist being stopped by somebody, and those types of things. And sometimes you never know. They're like, oh wait, no, that's the first cover appearance of such and such character.
Right.
So, but yeah, now when I say that, if I can find it for $15, I might invest in it. But I'm not going to pay over for that. Right. I might pay over for the Knights of X though. I do like this cover. The more I look at it, it's who's that? Rod Rice.
Yeah.
Cover. I love his style, anyways. But
yeah,
this is a Excalibur, basically the new Excalibur, but not Excalibur.
Right. I read the solicitation and I felt like I was so far removed from what's going on in the X world that I was like, "Do what now?" But yeah, I mean they're branching out. Like the X-Men is definitely not just the uncanny and X-Men world anymore. So
yeah. We can almost sit down one of these days and probably do like a 5-hour show strictly on the branches from Uncanny, how many different X-Men, and then you came back together, and then it's going back out since Powers.
Yeah. Crazy.
And then here's an Adam Hughes cover. It's the only reason I'm throwing it up there. People collect them. This is issue 5. He did issue 3 of this series. This is a Vampirilla Unholy Dracula, a love story. This is issue 5. I actually like this cover a little better than the issue 3 cover, but it's a little messed up with the bat or whatever.
I like the bat. It's my favorite part.
And then these are the covers that we jumped on when we browsed the other day.
Yeah.
Joe, you were talking about like what the hell is going on in Superman?
Yeah. Like, what is happening? Like, it's so bizarre. It feels like a Conan cover to me or something, and I very rarely think, oh, I should look at this Action Comics or this Superman, and this makes me want to open it. So good job, DC.
Yeah, it's one, and I told you this last week when we looked at this cover. Like Philip Kennedy Johnson, who's also writing Alien, so we have 2 of his books on the same page. I just didn't realize that.
Nice,
but this is like he travels to Mongol's homeworld, and it's like a war world type battle. But the fact he's dressed like he's dressed,
right?
It's just sort of interesting. So it's interesting to me also. You got what's going on with John Kent's Superman and all the hubbub over him, and then you got let's be as manly as possible with, with our other Superman. So
yeah, balance. That's cool.
And then of course,
the White Knight, Sean Gordon Murphy. Did you read the first one?
Not yet.
It's great.
I see. I'm so far. so far
I,
behind. I didn't
I
read the second
may,
series.
I may like each iteration of these. I might like the newest one better than the last one, which I thought was like a masterpiece. Uh, so that Batman Beyond is going to be great.
Yeah.
Just a perfect setup for the first one. Really fun. Enough in it that you felt like, oh, that was fun. I read it twice, like back to back.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't miss. Get them all. I still haven't seen cover A though.
Oh, for this one?
For number one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in the wild where you could buy it.
Yeah, I've seen cover B. I mean, that's what I got.
And I like the second print when it comes out.
Oh, I
It
know.
looks really good. Like I
They did
want it.
exactly what I wanted to, taking that interior splash page and making it the cover.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. So, yeah,
And
I'll probably pick that up too, which is so annoying because I already have it. I have so many of those, like Curse of the White Knight. I have like just a drawer full of those because I liked every cover that he did. So annoying. And then this Alien, like, it shook my world.
it's so good.
It's
I have no
so
idea
good.
what's going on in the book at all. I read, I think, the first 2 issues and then just realized I know nothing about Alien World and I don't care.
Yeah, right. I mean, the Alien is amazing. The truck is amazing.
Yeah.
The color, I mean, I don't get super, I'm not an Alien guy, you know, but that cover is awesome.
Yeah, but Aspinall? I've recognized
I've
the name.
seen the name. I've never said it aloud. I'm glad you always mess them up so I don't have to.
Well, job to roll script someone's name.
Yeah.
Some more covers we like. Silk. This is Ji Hung Lee. It's a variant. There's also the Virgin. If you go to Golden Apple or his site, you can pick them up. But I'm a big fan of the Silk doing the web costume. I try to pick up. I'll definitely be chasing this down, trying to pick it up. Maybe even picking up the Virgin, which I hate paying for those.
Right.
But Joe, both you and I stopped when we looked at this one. The Silver, like I skipped over Silver Surfer Rebirth,
right?
Because
and we have because the story, the artwork, it doesn't really, we don't really care. But they've had some awesome covers.
yeah, this is by Pascal Ferry.
Yeah, who doesn't usually float my boat, but
Yeah,
this stopped me in my tracks because it was so stark. I actually liked the Spiderman one too. But this one is like, it's so iconic. It kind of has a Mobius feel to me, which I think is what really stopped me from like,
yeah.
oh yeah. Is this just the B cover?
I think it's like a C or D, but it's not a very incentive.
Okay. If I see that, I will buy it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I never say that.
And then these Power Rangers books. These are a 1 for 50s, I think. It's just I love the negative space variants for the Power Rangers universe books, and they're definitely worth trying to track down and pick up.
Yeah, it would be awesome to see the whole set of those
that would be
next
my
to each other.
Yeah, because I think that we've done a pink one and a yellow one.
Yeah,
I think there's a blue one and a red one already. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's been a green one yet. I can't remember.
Yeah, but they would look really cool next to each other. Speaking of next to each other, I didn't realize this was a thing until you pulled it up.
Yeah, there's evidently the Shadow War story that's crossing over several different books has a connecting cover. So this Batman one was actually Batman 122, the 1 for 25. But this week or next week, Robin 13 and Deathstroke 8 also have 1 for 25s. So it's a connecting cover. So I'm assuming it's a 12-part connecting cover or 10-part, however long Shadow War is going to go.
Wow.
So, I mean, granted, it's just a city in the background. So
right,
it's not,
right.
But it's still. Especially, I actually read Robin 1 through 6 the other day just because I was curious. I've gotten out a DC kick here lately, and I read, and it's the battle they battle on the island, who King of the Mountain type blood sport games or whatever. And it's sort of cool. They fight on a Lazarus Pit island, so they die, and then they get reborn, and they die.
Oh,
it's
that's
smart.
Sort of, I like that.
And then if you die a third time, you're dead type thing. But then you get Deathstroke. It's just I don't know what's going on in Deathstroke Inc., so I can't speak to that at all.
Right. They've had some good covers too.
Yeah. Uh, more randomness covers like Swamp Thing. Like Swamp Thing's one of those. There's always good covers,
Yeah,
but it's Swamp Thing. It's really hard to
yeah.
read. So
This new it's Ram V.
mm,
This new run. I read the first volume and a couple of the issues after, but I'm waiting for the trade for volume 2. It was fun. It's Mike Perkins. I really like him. Kind of, and the coloring's really weird, so I like that. It's a good book, and
yeah,
this cover like is intriguing on like so many levels. It just kind of when I was flipping through it last week, I was like, I keep coming back to it. So
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Something about the blue, like it's just
Yeah,
the way it sits. And this gunsling, I mean, Spawn covers are actually always great. There's always a
yeah,
really good one, but I don't know, it's hard for me. But something about this one struck me. I think it's just because of the black and whiteness of it.
yeah,
It's a really good cover. And then your boy Darrow.
yeah. Jeff Darrow, man, it's maybe not the greatest cover he's ever done,
Yeah,
but Jim Rugg and Ed Piskor from Cartoonist Kayfabe, they like love Jeff Darrow, so they like I've probably listened to that interview twice, maybe 3 times, because he's just full of like weird little ideas and stuff.
and he's best known for, is it Shaolin Cowboy?
Yeah, which there should be another volume of that coming out pretty soon.
But he gets to, because it was originally on like a weird label, and then it went to Dark Horse, and I don't know if
Yeah,
it's still at Dark Horse or if it's supposed to be going somewhere else.
I don't know either, but yeah, I think it's in May,
Okay.
so soon. So that's probably why he was like, "Oh, now's a good time to put my name back out there." I looked at the other Hulk,
Mm-hmm.
the monster one. Which
Yeah.
one was it? Whatever. It looks pretty good. It looked, in the whole grand design idea that those guys have going. This one looked like the most readable one,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
also
some of those are.
maybe the most fun.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and then of course this monstrous. I like we
Oh my
we
gosh.
were on the phone or something. I was like, "You've got to check out this monstrous cover. It's spectacular."
I mean, I can't. I'm sitting going. I hope it's in my pool. I can't remember, or I'm going to call the shop and go. Please put
Yeah.
Monstrous in my pool.
And the one before it, I guess, is like just eyes, so it's
Mm-hmm.
black. So they kind of like it. This thing is coming out like
Yeah.
So
Oh wow.
I may have to go back and get a couple. I've only read the first like 2, maybe first arc of this, actually, first volume.
I think that's it. I've read the first 2 arcs. I have like 1 through 36, 37. I can't remember. I still have. If it was on my pools, and I switched shops, so I can't remember if I kept it on my pool.
I bought it when it first came out because I was excited about it, because
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this has got some like saga vibes, like it's weird. They're doing weird stuff. I ended up giving it to a student. I was like, hey, you kind of draw like this. Check this out. Probably should have hung on to that one. And then Last Ronin, 2.5 years after the number 1, we get the last one.
That's the hardest thing. Like, I loved Last Run 1 and 2, and then it was so hard. I mean, it's been going for 2.5 years, like you said. Like the first one, okay, chalk it up to maybe a little. There's printer problems, but get your crap together now. I mean,
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I was super excited. I mean, you remember how excited I was.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, man, I haven't looked at
you did like design toys and paintings.
Oh yeah, I made all kinds of stuff. I was like, that summer that was coming out, and it kept getting delayed, so I kept being like, dang it, I want it so much. I guess it's just 2 years, not 2.5 years. But yeah, I was super excited because the design is awesome. I mean, anybody who does the Old Man Logan like Clint Eastwood version of a character,
Yeah.
I'm all about it. Like I want that. So I guess once this comes out, I can finally read the whole thing. That'll be nice. And then Saga, did you see the solicitation for this?
I haven't read it. No.
It's like 3 words. Like they don't have to do anything to sell this book.
Oh no. Well, I mean, at this point,
so awesome.
It's in my pool. It's in your pool. It's like,
oh yeah,
people that like Saga get Saga. I mean,
yeah, it doesn't matter what. I mean, almost Brian K. Vaughan just doesn't really miss anymore.
Yeah.
Like he's just. I'm not the biggest fan of the thing he's doing with Nico, the guy who did the Pride of Baghdad.
Yeah.
But they're giving that away on their like newsletter.
Yeah.
They're just giving it away. So I love that. Like he knows. Oh, I've made so much money. I can, and I guess Saga is still $2.99. I bought a bunch of comics today. None of them were $2.99.
Yeah, you have to appreciate basically Saga and Spawn. Like you have to appreciate that entire. Hey, we know what we are.
Yeah.
We know we have our fans, and they're going to buy our book.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
So, and we're not going to milk you for now. Spawn's milking you a little bit because they expanded in the universe, but yeah. And then evidently, I like the monsters cover enough to put it twice.
I don't blame you. It's cool.
We have demons. Did you read the first one? You said it was a web.
I heard good things though.
Yeah, and there's several different covers for it. I'm not sure if there's any. It's Dark Horse. It's sort of interesting. And then you get Step by Bloody Step. We're going to talk in a second about IDW. Have you seen the list of what's coming?
No.
Oh, it's exciting. What could be potentially good, but we'll get to that after we finish the thing.
Yeah,
so Step by Bloody Step issue 3.
Did you have you? Are you on board with those?
I have not bought. I have them. I just haven't read them yet.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah, I sort of want to since there's no words. I just sort of want to just put them all together and just look through them all.
Yeah,
at one time.
Yeah,
I do know that every issue that comes out, they drop the art on Felix Comic Art, and you can buy it, but it sells out like that.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I love anybody who's trying something like completely new, and this is like, yeah, I'm gonna write a comic without any words in it. Like, I mean, in 40 years they'll make the Step by Bloody Step silent G.I. Joe 21 like version with all these other artists doing this. It's not that good, but it is fun. So I was not disappointed.
Let's just run through some of the books that we didn't cover. We covered a lot of them because there were so many. This is a Harley Quinn. I'm not sure. It's just one of those things. It's sort of fun to see her looking through all her costumes that she wore. This is Bingle. Bingle's actually a lot of times do like Bingle's style.
Yeah, I don't love this, but I do like him. I'm interested in that actually. That Danny Firefly. I just love all her work.
It's so hard for me though with Boom in general. The way
I just want to look at it.
And I think there's a regular like a trade dress and a virgin version.
She's also done a bunch of those Blade Runner covers, and those I actually like. I mean, Blade Runner was one of my favorite movies growing up, and I guess still is. So,
is that Titan Comics that's doing those?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you're right.
More books to look at. I read Rogues the other day, the issue 1, issue 2. It's just fun. That's the best thing about it. It is just a fun book. It's definitely worth it strictly for that reason. I want to pick up this book just because it looks fun. But yeah, it is exciting. And there we go. Like the Bingle Harley Quinn. Thank you. It's my chat little thing sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. So I can highlight, and then once we get like 6 comments, I'm like, oh, I can't click anymore.
This is your boy Fornes.
For the Rogues cover, yeah, it is. I mean,
it's awesome.
I like it just because the first one, of course, was the Action Comics 1 cover or whatever, and then you get this one. Like I like the Justice League cover, so I'm curious what each one. But the A covers, are
good.
Freaking good. Then you get the A cover doesn't match the inside.
Yeah, no.
So, but it's still a fun read and fun. That actually looks more like this on the inside.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But yeah, let's see here, and we got one last page of this. Then there's your Ashley Wood's classic.
Yeah. So, did you flip through the first one that came out?
I did not. No.
I mean, I have copies of that already.
Yeah.
multiple in multiple forms. So I didn't either. There was a blank cover. There were a bunch of blank covers at the local comic shop though, and I almost bought one just in cases. But they're good. You should read them for sure. They're funny and like well drawn and pretty great. That Rogue Sun looks pretty good.
Yeah, the cover is great.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with it. Let's see here. So, guys, that was our list. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you liked what you saw. I'm going to drag over here one last thing because I told Joe we were going to look at what IDW has coming out because it's pretty freaking cool. And which is great because they've sucked for quite a while here. So let me see if I can share the right screen once I get it up and going here. So it's basically a bunch of pretty darn good. Let's see if I find it. There it is. Okay. Now if I can just figure out where it went. Okay, so and
maybe I did see this, but I had forgotten.
What is going on here? My screen won't allow me to do anything other than say, all right, awesome. That screen just disappeared on me completely.
Neat.
You gotta love it when computers say F you. So let me see if I find it here. There it is. Okay. So yeah, non-original, but it's like John Ridley. Look at me.
Yeah, I like that. I like to look at that one a lot.
Yeah, some really good covers. Like let's see if I saw Dark Spaces Wildfire. I don't know. When I looked through, I was like, okay, there's potential here.
Who's that? Because there's a pretty good team.
Scott Snyder and Hayden Sherman.
I love Hayden Sherman. I know that's a weird thing for people to say because who the hell is that? But he's good. I like his stuff.
Yeah, and then Kevin Scott, who's writing High Republic, Star Wars. Yeah. And he also wrote Shadow Sword. He's doing Dead Seas. And this is with Nick Brokenshire, which I recognize that him as well. Let's see.
That's why.
Robbie Thompson and Molly Merck-Sinbin, like G. Willow Wilson. And so, like, you're getting maybe not the tops, but you're still getting some.
That Arca book is the one that I remember going, oh, that's good. Because it's Jesse Longerin or whatever his name is. And I like his style. It's very, like, Mobius light. Like, Mobius with a little, like, Brandon Royal or whatever his name is. You know who I'm talking about? That kind of like, I can get like once you're established into the way that they're doing it, then the story can go through. And a lot of people who are really like cartoony, I can't do it. Like, I don't know why. I just like if the story's not amazing instantly and the art is like dragging me through as the vehicle to get there. But a couple guys like him, he's got a great style and it's just pretty fun. So yeah, I saw that. I just had forgotten. So I'm an old man with gray hair now.
Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're here every week. Please like, please subscribe, please leave comments. Tell us what books you like, what books we miss. We love having comments on the side, being able to just carry on a conversation about what you like. As always, it's going to be dropped in CBSI's article. Right now, I've been dropping them on Sundays. Just give you more time to hit up your shops or go online and look if you're not actually watching the videos on Thursdays. Thursdays at 8 Central or 9 Eastern is when we drop that. Guys, thanks for watching.
See ya.
See ya.
Thanks, Marv.